Do you know what time it is? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Power Rangers in Space panel. How's everyone doing today? 25th reunion. Roses are red, violets are blue, TJ's both. The Blue Rangers, Selwyn Ward. She's got a heart of gold, but it only belongs to Andros. Ashley, the Yellow Ranger, Tracy, Lynn, Cruz. He's our favorite space popsicle that got electrocuted. Zhane, the Silver Ranger, Justin Nimmo. And last, and certainly least, he's our favorite space surfing cowboy, the Zordon Slayer, Andros, the Red Ranger, Christopher Khayman Lee. The Zordon Slayer. We are now 25 years later. This is the 25th anniversary of Power Rangers in Space.
Yeah, I never imagined it was going to end up here 20-something years later. Is it 20-something or?
It's 25.
20, 30? 15. It feels like 40-something. No, it's been a blessing, guys. Thanks to you guys, the fans, and continue to watch, and the new generation watching us too, so that's pretty cool. So thank you very much. Round of applause to all of you guys.
Awesome. I know Chris thought he'd be important 25 years later. He's a Zordon Slayer. Do any of you else guys think what do you guys think about it 25 years later and you're still so important to the Power Rangers community?
I think if we were really important, they would have put us back on the show a few more times. But yeah, it's really cool to be known by people around the world 25 years later and still be told stories about how, you know, our role was on the show has helped them with something, whether it's, you know, life or family. But you know, that's a blessing. I love it.
Well, it's totally deserved. We saved the freaking franchise.
Hey,
so,
that's awesome.
the reason why Power Rangers exists today, yes, RPM saved it, but they saved it after we saved it. So, if there was no In Space, there wouldn't have been an RPM. If there wasn't an RPM, there wouldn't be Power Rangers now. So,
we saved the franchise twice. We saved it In Space and Lost Galaxy because they came back and we had to help them too.
it's true. So, you're welcome. All of you, you're welcome.
Yes, yes. Now all we need to do is get Saban on board.
Oh, okay.
Good luck with that.
Did anybody here watch Power Rangers before you guys got cast? I know Tracy and Selwyn, we talked about that yesterday, but...
Tracy watched them closely.
What now?
Watched the Rangers very closely.
Did I? I think I mean, how could you not at least have heard of it? I mean, it was so dynamic at that time. But I had never really watched it. Of course, after, when I got the role, of course I had to research and but what I liked better was the Super Sentai. That's what I wanted. It's like, sign me up for that. That's what I wanted. The Mega Rangers. Oh, sorry.
Mega Ranger. Mega Ranger. Who's a fan of Mega Ranger? Anybody know? Yeah. Mega Ranger is the shit, man. That's awesome. Mega Ranger is awesome. Yeah. I'm not saying it's better than ours, but it's freaking awesome.
better than ours.
It's not better than ours.
There's
It's
a
just,
reason why we have not gone to
No,
the
hold on.
Japanese
No,
Comic-Con.
wait, no. There's a lot of seasons of Power Rangers where, like, the Sentai is, like, clearly better than the Power Rangers, or maybe the Power Rangers series is better than the Sentai series. But Mega Ranger and In Space is one of those few ones where people are like, no, they're both really damn good. But they're very different. They're very different shows, but they're both really, really good. We were good because we had a story. Mega Ranger was good because they had a lot of blood, violence, and, you know, murdering people and stuff. So, So good on them, you know? Hey, yeah.
Patrick, you want to say something?
I
forgot what the question was.
I don't know.
you watch the show?
Did
you watch the show?
Translate what Andros
Did you watch the show prior to, or did you just watch Soul Train?
Soul Train.
I knew what the show was. I didn't really watch it, but I knew Chris's hair with the bleached streaks. I'm like, oh, that's the show with the guy's on the show right now with the hair. And so when I found out I was going to be kicking his ass, that was a joy for me.
Still waiting for that to happen.
Little did you know that you probably were there to take his job.
By the way, Patrick was on Soul
Story.
Train.
Tell
That's why I
that story,
said that.
yeah.
I don't know if you guys know that.
And by the way, Chris had a.
You guys are too young to know that, but yeah, Patrick was on Soul Train.
Yeah, she remembers, see? Yep.
All right.
I don't believe you. Show
How
me.
about Selwyn? Selwyn, did you
I
watch?
I was
will
gonna
see
say-
We need to see it.
Did I watch the show?
Oh, Selwyn, I'm saying that.
Selwyn?
Yeah.
So, when you watch Soul Train?
Soul Train, yes.
Man, I watched Soul Train back in the 80s. Yeah, come on now.
Everybody did.
Soul Train was fun. I like watching Soul Train.
Yeah.
I probably watched some more Soul Train than I did Power Rangers, but
Fair.
I didn't really have time to watch Power Rangers at the time. I was in California just auditioning and working at Outback Steakhouse, trying to get a job. And I heard of Power Rangers, maybe seen them on TV, but I didn't ever watch them. My roommate said, "No, don't go out for that part. If you get it, you'll be stereotyped." I'm like, I don't care. It's acting. I'm gonna try it. And I got it.
And Justin told me a story once upon a time when he worked in Outback, where he had some fun with somebody on the counter of the bar.
Oh yeah, I got to
And,
actually get up on the table and dance. I was
That's
table
not the
dancer
story
at
that
Outback
you told me,
Steakhouse.
sir.
Keep it clean.
That's
family
not the story you
friendly.
told me, sir, but that's
Family
okay.
friendly.
That's okay.
I know. I've heard a story where Justin almost killed Chris over here.
For what?
That he almost killed you.
What, did he give him garlic or what?
Yeah, I brought him back to the house and cooked him a meal, and it had garlic in it. I didn't know it.
Oh.
Throat shut up like
True.
he
It was in the
dying.
Oh,
Yeah.
So he did give you garlic.
Yeah.
It was just a joke.
I'm
He's
allergic to
by the
garlic.
way.
Shut up. I've already heard it before. If you think you're the first one saying, ooh, vampire, you're not the first one. Shut up. I've heard it many times. But yeah, I'm allergic to garlic. It's just, it doesn't work with me. But yeah, dickhead over there gave me some garlic. And, it happened. He didn't know. I don't think he knew. I don't think he knew at the time. So
That's
it's
what you
okay.
think.
Well, maybe he did. Maybe he did. I don't know. That was his plan to get rid of me.
He was also Psycho Silver,
He
by the
was
way.
always
I didn't know that Silver. I didn't know that Silver was a Six Ranger more powerful than the Red. I thought I was trying to take your spot, so I was just gonna take you out.
Right.
And then I realized,
No, you
no,
came
I'm
in,
actually
you-
better than. I don't have to kill you.
You
Oh,
came in
Andros looks a
because
little
you-
different.
If only Astronema knew, it's only going to take garlic to take the Red Ranger out. If she only knew.
Never mind the 12-pack that he has. Just give him garlic. He's good. He's done.
The spiral saver, all that.
Yeah.
Give him freaking garlic. You could have figured this one out. By the way, I didn't watch Power Rangers prior to. I was just playing soccer, skateboarding, out climbing trees. We didn't have, social media and all that stuff, so we would spend a lot of time outside. I knew the show was a phenomenon because these kids were getting mobbed everywhere. I knew what it was. But yeah, I didn't watch it prior to until we got the job. Then it's like, ooh, I better watch this, do my research, and take this serious because that's what we do as serious actors, right, guys? Awesome.
Real quick, we did have a volunteer passing out cards for questions. If you have any questions, just fill out those cards. And if I could have a volunteer, just bring those cards up to me and I can read them to
Make
the
the
cast.
questions as fun as possible. We like fun.
I'll tell you
We
what,
like fun.
if you come up and you have a really good question, I'll pour you a shot.
Nah.
As long as you're 21 or over.
Please show ID.
I thought you were going to say 15 and over, but no, it's 21,
As
right?
long as you
In this state,
identify
it's
as
21, okay.
21,
No, as long as you show me your idea that you're 21 and over. Then
There's a cop in here.
I will give you a shot.
Now I'm actually curious. What did you guys grow up watching?
Star Wars. Star Wars. For me.
Gremlins, the Goonies.
By the way, Chris's favorite Star Wars is Jar Jar. Just so you know, Jar Jar Binks. Your favorite is Jar Jar?
No, my favorite
Ghostbusters.
my favorite is Hayden Christensen as Anakin, as we talked about yesterday, and also Rey, because she's such a well-defined character. Yeah.
I think what I was watching about the time the Power Rangers, about the time I was auditioning was probably
General Hospital?
Yes, and
anything that had Brad Pitt.
Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rock. There we go.
What was the other one? Saved by the Bell. Watched quite a bit of Saved by the Bell about that time. It was pretty hot back then, you know?
Yeah.
It's cool. And Baywatch.
Baywatch? Okay.
Anybody remember Parker Lewis Can't Lose? Yes.
Yeah.
No, so, right?
I was all about Punky Brewster. That was my jam. Love Punky.
Patrick?
What?
You watch Soul Train.
I don't remember what I watched.
Patrick's
I
from the
wasn't really watching much TV.
1600s. They didn't have TV.
They didn't have TV back then.
He watched Thriller.
Yes.
So none of
You
you
watched,
watched...
no, you watched that movie, the video that Michael Jackson did in Egypt. What was it? Remember the Time? Remember the Time? Yeah, I'm sure you watched the hell out of that, didn't you? Yes, you did.
So you're telling me nobody here watched Ninja Turtles? Nobody here watched Ninja Turtles, and y'all did a whole 2 episodes.
I watched Ninja Turtles.
I watched
yeah.
Ninja
I
Turtles.
was watching Ninja Turtles.
Transformers, G.I. Joe,
Thundercats.
Thundercats,
He-Man.
Silverhawks,
He-Man.
He-Man.
Yep.
Smurfs.
No, it's about She-Ra.
Smurfs.
It's She-Ra.
The Smurfs. I watched She-Ra too. She was fine. She was great. She did what she did, and you know what?
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo was good.
Scooby-Doo was awesome.
Looney Tunes, Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
All right, that's enough. You watched a lot of stuff.
Voltron is the shit, but also
We're starting the kids.
the Muppet Show,
Muppets, oh my god.
Sesame Street, Fraggle Rock.
Street Sharks.
I didn't see Street Sharks.
Chris watched Barney. You watched Barney.
I still do. I watch it on a repeat. Like when I go back to my hotel room, I have this shit.
Pause. Pause.
He thought I was a Purple Ranger.
That's a question.
So
And
what
Austin
do you
was a red
guys think when
dinosaur.
y'all had the episode with the Ninja Turtles? What was that like?
I was like,
That was
Cowabunga,
Chris's
dude.
favorite episode was with the Ninja Turtles. He loved it.
Or the suits were a little freaky for that section of power.
Chris
or
has
for
got
Ninja
all
Turtles.
sorts of comments about that.
I was geeked out. I geeked
personally,
out when they came on
yes.
set. I was
Yes.
geeked out. I was like, all we need is pizza. This is awesome.
I actually thought when I read the script, in my mind, I thought we were doing like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit type of shenanigans. And then when I actually saw the Ninja Turtles on set, I fangirled.
You thought it was gonna be like
But then I
live
saw-
action and
I did.
animation.
I honestly did.
You thought it was live action.
You thought you were going to
Yeah.
frame me. That's what you thought.
And then
Never
when I
mind,
saw the
Tracy.
Ninja Turtles, I fangirled out. It was amazing to see them there. But I know you have a different perspective.
The only Ninja Turtle movie or show that needs to be watched is from 1990. That's the best one. Who here agrees? I want to hear if you agree with that. 1990 Ninja Turtle movie. Now, the second Ninja Turtle movie is okay. Not as good as the first. It's okay, but they start after every movie, the outfits, the suits, just get looking cartoonier and cartoonier and cartoonier. The 1990 Ninja Turtle movie, they looked so good. They're iconic. Thank you. Yes, the 1990 Turtle movie, they looked iconic and they looked great. They looked realistic. Like if you're gonna try to make like an anthropomorphic turtle, whatever, it's probably gonna be something like that. I mean, they wouldn't really have teeth, but whatever, it doesn't matter. But they looked really good, and then every movie after that, it's like, let's make it hokier and hokier and hokier, and it's like they were trying to go to where the 80s cartoon was, with how silly and goofy it was. And that, like, when you start with the 1990 movie, and the 1990 movie was very serious. It had a really serious tone to it, you know? Yeah, they had, like, jokes and stuff. I mean, obviously, you have to. But they did such a phenomenal job that the problem was is that if you start out that big, you like, unless you have like $1 billion to follow it up, then you're just going down. Screw you, Yellow.
Oh, that was a long answer.
I forgot the question.
Who likes Ninja Turtles was the question.
What are you wearing? That's the question. I don't know.
So we got a good question here. What did you guys do for fun on set and for camaraderie?
Oh my gosh. So in other words, how did we entertain ourselves when we weren't working?
Basically.
Part of the time we were beat up by the stunt guys.
Selwyn
Yeah, sure.
was the jokester of the group. Between him and Roger, those
Did you say
two-
was?
What
Is.
was, yeah, he still is.
You came up with cricket. You were the one that came up with cricket.
And you also came up with Ashley.
Well, yeah. And good, and on you for that, yes. Well done. But you're the one that came up with cricket because you would do it when Larry would make jokes, and they always fall flat, and you would always just like, cricket?
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's what Tracy would say.
Hey, as
It was
long as I
mostly
find
Tracy.
it funny, I don't care.
You know, you just find things to do. You're in the studio, you know, there isn't much to do. We're just hanging around, like, trying to not be delirious.
We're trying not
Oh,
to
we
get
used
in
to
trouble.
drum.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's right.
that's
Selwyn and I
yeah.
used to step outside with our drums, and we used to just go outside and drum,
Yeah.
especially if we're on location.
Yep.
Uh-huh. That's right. We used to drum a lot.
Next question. What one advice would you tell your younger self? And this is from John Steven, who's the Blue Ranger right now.
That's a good question.
Selwyn, you want to
Good
answer that?
question.
Wait,
From blue to blue?
What advice would you give your younger self?
As us or as
At-
characters?
If you can go back in time and tell your
To
yourself,
actually us.
to
Oh, okay.
young Chris,
Okay.
That's
long,
a-
long hair Chris.
I got you.
That's a lot of
Fett!
advice.
You look beautiful.
Raj, you want to take it? We'll just
Okay.
go down.
I can't.
Sorry, Roger.
What would you tell young Roger?
Do you need it translated?
I don't know, because I gave it my all. I was committed. I mean, I'm trying to think of what I would change or do a little bit different, but I was pretty committed to the role and the character, and I was always having fun. So, I don't know.
The
Maybe
question, what would you tell your younger self?
I know my
Not on the
I
show.
know the question, Tracy. Hello, I know the question. Trust me.
Oh my
This is
God, you're
what-
like
this is
brother and
ready.
sister.
This is why the couple didn't work out.
I-
This is why they didn't work out.
advice I would give myself. I just came in, I did my work, I did what I was supposed to do. I showed up on time, and except for one time, and they charged me $1,000 for 45 minutes late. So maybe that's what I would do. That one time, not be late, and cost me $1,000. There you go. Thank you.
But I
Tracy.
want to answer this. I want to answer before someone else answers it. I think we'd all tell our younger selves to snatch some of those props from the set before.
right.
We had no idea
Impossible.
That's right.
how much to be worth today.
Unless you were Justin, and I mean Blake, it was not possible.
And JDS.
Or JDS.
JDS.
yes,
Jason,
And JDS.
Jason was the reason why we couldn't do that. But
Yeah, he would take everything.
Jason stole literally everything that wasn't nailed down. He was a kleptomaniac. He
Smart.
showed it to me. He showed me all of it too, and I was just like blown away. He literally had a museum of himself in his own home. I'm not joking.
Well, I'm sure you would.
Wait, hold
too.
on. Blake has the same thing.
Well, I have no doubt about
Yeah, he
that
has the
too.
same
Yeah,
thing himself.
I
Just
believe
so
that as
strong
well.
with himself.
But
Okay, back
Jason-
to the question. What would you tell your younger self? Sorry, Blue Ranger, we got lost.
Two things of advice. Work out more, drink more. That's it.
That's what you would tell your younger self?
Yes,
Okay.
without a doubt.
Okay.
What about you, Tracy?
All right. What I would tell my younger self is probably not to take myself too seriously.
Okay.
At least I answered the question.
Give
Live
two
every
parts to that
day.
question.
Live every day like it's the last, and love your friends.
Aw, that's so sweet.
That's very.
That's so cute.
That's very, very.
He is so full
Brad
of shit.
Pitt, ladies and gentlemen, all he had to do was show up in the.
So full of shit. He's lying to all of you right now. He's so full of shit.
Psycho Red, answer.
I already answered it.
Okay,
but
perfect.
Still with all that stuff.
Selwyn, what would you
You're
tell
at
yourself?
Sel.
I would say take all your money and invest in Google and Apple stock.
Smartest one here.
Wow!
You won.
There's
You
no
won.
better answer. That's
You
a great
won.
answer,
The
bro.
smartest person
Bitcoin.
here.
He's just been sitting there watching you guys. He's like, I'm gonna make money. And then Justin's like, I'm
That's
going to
pretty good.
Pleasantville.
That's a great question. Thank you. Next question.
From Gus, who is the biggest diva of the group?
Tracy.
No.
I don't know who arrived at
We're just
12:30
talking
today.
about that. We're just talking about that.
Just look at the
Tracy.
stage. Could you
Tracy
guess?
or Patrick? Tracy or Patrick? One or the other.
No, him too.
No, Tracy or Patrick.
No,
It's a
no.
coin
Let
flip.
me ask you, based on what?
Me? I don't know. I'm just.
Based
I mean,
on what?
you did arrive at 12:30 today. Every day.
At least I arrived, unlike someone yesterday.
And at every con, by the way.
Listen,
And I would tell my younger self, be better at telling Tracy to memorize her lines. That's what I'm telling you.
all I had to do was show up and look pretty.
You nailed it.
There's the diva right
You
there.
nailed it every time, baby.
So Tracy had a cute little
Tracy
habit
took,
of
Tracy took the cake on this one.
like bumping you out of scenes. Like she would just automatically like just step in front of you.
That's where the term Ashley came from,
That's so
because
true.
they always had to push me in because they couldn't get
That's so
my butt in
true.
the frame. That was not my fault.
I really thought you guys might say Chris here, and everyone's disagreement is Tracy.
No, everybody.
They're just
No,
beating up on
no,
me 'cause I'm
Yellow
a
for
girl.
sure. Yellow.
No, everybody, at least for the first part of the season, everybody thought I was a total asshole because I wouldn't have anything to do with them.
We still do.
That's not a diva. That's a.
Well, I mean, that's fine. But there was a reason for that, and I had to explain it to
There still
Roger
is.
a few years ago when I first got onto the show. Jonathan told me Jonathan Zakor. You remember Jonathan? Jonathan Zakor. He was one of the executive producers. He actually pulled me aside before I ever appeared on screen. He actually said, "Your character is not supposed to like their characters, so we would like it if you don't hang out with them."
Especially Nimmo.
Well, you didn't exist yet.
That's funny because Jonathan told us to jump you.
I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, he literally told me that. He said, "Yeah, we would like it if you don't hang out with them." And I was like, "What? What does that mean?" And he was like, "Yeah, well, your character's not supposed to like them, so we feel it'd be better if you don't hang out with Selwyn, with Tracy, with Raj, with Patty. Don't hang out with them, and just, let them be them and you be you." And I was just like, what the hell does that mean? So for a very long time on the show, I was very, very alone. Because I was.
One.
Everybody,
until
oh, you
the
were.
number.
But
You're with the stuntman drinking sake.
Yes, he was.
I was.
Yes, he was.
I was hanging out with my two favorite friends, the
Jack and Bean.
the alcohol and the stuntman. So yes.
No,
But-
that is a legit, though, answer.
That is a legit thing. That is a legit thing.
At least that was weird because we wanted to get to know him, and he was
Not
very
me.
very, very standoffish.
Fuck you.
So for the longest time.
But yeah, it was not by choice, and this was back in the Saban era where it's like you do what they say or you do not have a job. So
Honestly, it was a good instruction, I think, because it carried
it
on.
was,
It carried
yeah.
on to the show, and it reflected on the show.
Yeah.
So no, I think that was brilliant what Jonathan did.
it was a good idea. It was just that it's like
Stop.
off camera too, and also I flew out to California. I had never lived in California. I didn't have any friends. I didn't have any family in California, so I was literally alone.
Yeah,
So-
and we were like, "What's going on with this guy? Why is he such a jerk?"
Yeah.
We're thinking,
And,
what's going
and
on?
totally, I mean, like you guys are totally.
So we were gonna jump you, by the way. Just
I,
kidding.
hey, I don't blame you.
And then,
But
and
like,
then, and then Justin tried
We
to
love you,
say,
Chris.
you
It's
guys-
just a joke.
You guys were like totally in the right to think that because that's what they wanted everybody to think,
That's so
not just the cast and crew,
carried
but
on.
the
I thought it
audience.
was great.
The audience too.
really
They wanted
did.
the audience to think that
It
too.
gave him that that loner sense.
method.
They wanted, they
Method.
wanted the method acting, and it's like, dude, I'm like 19, man. What the hell do I know about method acting? Shut up.
That's
So,
sad.
legit, my next question was,
Don't bathe.
my next question from the audience was, what did you do to stay in character? And you drank, so I don't have anything else.
Wait, what was it? What was
What
it?
was the question?
The question was, what do you do to stay in character?
Live on set for 16 hours.
Yeah.
Well,
I think our personalities or our interests really reflected on the character. Sel and I talked about this in the Turbo panel. They use what our interests were, and they help kind of create that character. So for Roger, soccer. That's how he was introduced. For my character, cheerleading, dancing, all of that. That's how I was introduced.
So it's funny then, because it totally makes sense for me, because I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to have anything to do with Power Rangers to begin with. I hated the idea of it. So, yeah, fine, screw it. Yeah, he's just the asshole that doesn't want to have anything to do with anything. So, yeah, leave him alone. And you guys go over there, and you just leave the red jerk off over there.
Curious, what did I like then if I was frozen? I like cold
You were a
You
beautiful,
just needed to be there and look pretty.
gorgeous.
That was it.
You were a beautiful, gorgeous blank slate.
stuff. I didn't like soccer.
Okay.
I didn't have anything.
You like my
I just
my
like cold
sister on
stuff.
the show?
Brought in cold.
You like my
You have
sister
a
on
cold
the show?
heart.
You like my sister?
Your sister.
So,
I mean, Melody is gorgeous, so I mean, come on now. Fair.
next
What
question
would
from
you
the
say?
audience.
I'm curious what Psycho.
I didn't even hear the question. What was it?
Have we met? Hi. Hi. How was your character reflected?
Were you on
on
Power
your
Rangers?
personality? Did you have?
Oh, because I'm always so nice, and I got a chance to be evil. So I just pull out all the evil stuff, which is a lot of it inside, by the way. And I just put it all into the character and just ravage you all, one way or another.
You had the fun part. That's so fun.
I did. I played a lot of nice characters up until that point, and I just unleashed it all.
It's
Yeah,
the
it was
funniest
fun.
thing that like Power Ranger villains are usually played by like the nicest, sweetest people in the world, because he's a big old marshmallow. He's a sweetheart.
Hey, marshmallow.
He doesn't have a mean bone. He doesn't have a mean bone in his body. But then
pisses me
again,
off.
you come to Melody, and Melody was like on the show.
Melody is astronomer.
Melody.
Allow me to translate.
She was.
they know.
She was like she came across as like a crazy dominatrix, horrible monster woman.
In your
she
mind,
is-
for sure.
Right? That's
Look
In
at
your
look,
mind.
Look at what she was wearing. I'm saying. Look at
you're
what
right,
she's
you're
wearing.
right.
But if you talk to her and you get to know her, she's like a scared little mouse. She's so sweet and nice and just like and shy. Yeah.
Too shy.
So it's very funny where it's like the villains.
And Carla.
And Carla, yeah. Carla and
Carla
Sabrina.
is.
And
Carla
Sabrina,
is.
Sabrina, who has been Scorpina. How many of you guys know who Scorpina is? Woo! Anybody? Okay, yeah.
Carla is.
That's Sabrina, and Sabrina is she's like the same thing as Melody. She's a mouse. She's just a sweet, wonderful person. She's just like, no, I don't want to be loud. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to bug anybody or anything like that. Yeah.
And Carla is Rita.
Carla is Rita.
Rita Repulsa.
Carla is the face actor, not the voice actor. Barbara was the voice actor, but Carla is the same thing. And she's just like, no, I don't want to bother anybody, or And it's so funny where it's like Power Ranger villains are like the nicest people in the world. They're afraid of hurting your feelings. They're afraid of saying anything that might bother you. They're afraid of doing anything that you're like, oh, I don't like that. They're like, no, please, I didn't mean it. Yeah.
As soon as you say action.
Okay, next one.
So, all of you guys have gotten new Lightning Collection figures. Even Patrick here got a figure as well, but most of you got head sculpts. I'm gonna start with Selwyn. What do you got 3 figures so far. What do you think of your head sculpts for the figures?
It was pretty cool. The first one I think was a little rough. The first one, but the second one at least I got a bit of a smile, so I thought that was nice. But I'm pretty impressed because our experiences we never actually had our heads. It was just always what we call the helmet heads, which means the suits, which was cool. But this is a little bit. It means a little bit more to actually have a head.
I always looked like SpongeBob. I was excited that I didn't look like SpongeBob for the first time.
So it was pretty cool.
And if anybody knows, Selwyn's figure is sold out right now. The red turbo figure.
First black leader of the Power Rangers. That's how it goes, right?
And
Anybody else
Justin,
want to sing it with me?
Justin, you have 2
First
figures
black
out.
leader of the Power Rangers.
And Justin has 2 figures out now, and 2 different, actually 3.
Wow.
With 3 boxes, yeah, at least 3 boxes.
With 2 head
How's
sculpts.
your
on
bank
it.
account looking on that?
Two, yeah, right. 2 separate head sculpts. The first one looks a little bit like Jay Leno. The second one's really cool. I mean, that's amazing to not just have a figure, but to have a figure with your face on it. It's like,
Must be nice.
why couldn't you put some of that in my pocket?
Can
Yeah,
I
so
point
bank
out-
account, it's not right there. But you know, actually, whenever we were back on the show and we were filming, there was a spot when they were doing a voiceover for my figure. So I went in and
We have a
actually
Wookiee.
recorded that spot. Hey, Chris, can you hold on a minute? I'm talking, Chris.
Shut
just
up,
a minute,
I know.
Chris. Hold on.
No,
Hold on.
this is
So
vast-
just a
no, this is vastly more important. There's a Wookiee right there. Okay, shut up.
Hi, Wookie. So I went in and I recorded a voiceover for my action figure, but my voice is not used. My manager told me to keep my mouth shut because I would have made a lot of money on it, and they figured it out. So didn't get my voice.
Wait, so you had an action figure that was going to have your voice?
I recorded my voice for the figure.
See, it's because he looks like Brad Pitt. He gets all the. Yeah.
Well, then again,
You have
Hasbro
3
called
action-
you. You introduced your own figure on Hasbro Pulse.
Yeah, I got to help show that to the world. So that was kind of cool.
It's fancy.
What did you think
I
of
was like,
your
there's only
action figure?
I'm a big Power Ranger collector. I think there's only 2 actors that have introduced their own figure. So, yep. And Patrick, you don't have a head sculpt, but to get your figure
I don't have
is
sculpt, but
$300 for the Red Psycho Ranger pack, or for the Psycho Ranger pack.
for what now?
Your figure to get it is the most expensive out of everyone.
Oh, I don't even know. I know. Well, there's this single one from the Hasbro, which was Lightning or the other one. Hasbro.
Yeah,
and then-
Lightning is Hasbro, right?
Yeah, they pushed mine out before Hasbro stole the franchise.
Yeah.
And then I got the double
Bought,
one with
bought,
me in,
not stole.
The double one with me in for Lost Galaxy, which he was pissed off about. Me and the other
That
Red.
doesn't make any goddamn
Me and the other
sense,
me
but
and the other
okay.
Red Ranger. Yeah, I was like 1 episode with him, and then they double set, and then the whole Psycho set. So yeah.
Psycho
I was
set's
hoping that they would have an
expensive.
Andros and Ashley, but they never did that. They,
They
had
did.
Andros
They
and
have.
Astronomer.
They
I
have
don't know
really
what their rhyme or
interesting
reason is.
ideas when they do the duos, because they did me and Melody together, and that makes sense. That's fine. But they don't have anything with me and Dickhead over there, and they don't have anything with me and you, beautiful. But they also do Selwyn and
Oh yeah, that didn't make any sense.
Selwyn and
Your
Psycho
friend?
Silver,
Yeah.
which is like what? And then they do Patrick. They do Psycho. They do Patrick. They do Psycho Red, and then they do Danny. They do Danny together, and it's like Leo. If you don't know, Danny is his real name. But like, it's like, what
It was
the
that
hell?
1 episode. They should have had all
It
3
was the
of us.
one
They should have
episode,
had all
yeah.
3 of us in there then, because I kicked both your butts. That one
No,
episode.
you've never done that.
You
never-
popped
Tracy,
up,
what
and
did you
I
think of
just
your
never-
head
your
sculpt?
hood? I said, you.
What did you think of your head sculpt?
Oh,
So-
like I said, well, okay. Oh, I hope I don't get reprimanded for saying this. So, obviously, before Bandai, before Hasbro, my character, as I mentioned, was very square. It was, you couldn't, looked like SpongeBob.
Is it just a character?
But then Bandai came out, and it was very questionable because Ashley was very voluptuous. So I was like, okay. Then when Hasbro came out with the Lightning series, that one it was like finally after all these years they got it right. But so I joke around and I say that the Bandai is Ashley by night, which that's Hooker Me Ashley, and then I have my Ashley by day, which is the Lightning collection.
Is that like Hooker Me Barbie or something?
Yeah, exactly. If you look at it, Ashley, the Bandai Ashley, all she's missing is a pole. I swear. That's all she's missing.
Damn, I gotta get that one. I'm getting that one.
What about you, Chris? You got 2
wait.
as well. You got 2 figures.
Yeah. So wait, you're asking like
What do you think of your head sculpt?
I mean, they didn't do like any kind of a.
They got your hair right.
They did get the hair. That's
I guess they got the hair right. Yeah, they got the hair right. I think they made him a little paler than I actually am, but that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Andros.
On the back, because you're like
Hey,
darker than me.
Darker than me. What's his name? Bruno, from Bruno and Mio. We actually used to have a joke where we're talking about Andros' father. We named him Mandros. Yeah, what the hell? So I have the one where it's me and Melody, and then I have the one with me and the cloak.
The cloak, yeah.
I love the cloak one. I think it's great. I'm actually good with both of them. I think they're both great. And I think that Melody looks friggin' awesome.
Yeah.
In the one with me and her, which I have for sale at my table. If anybody wants.
And I have Hooker Me Ashley at my table too.
I got the double ones at my table too.
What about you, Roger?
Well, I like the Bandai one because they got the abs right. I like that one. I like the abs on that one. They got it right. And actually, I'm happy with both of them. I'm only Mexican, so I only got 2 so far. Just kidding. But the Bandai's cool. I like the abs on that one. And then the head one is awesome. I think they really did. I'm happy with it. I would say it. They messed up. But they did a great job. Got the ponytail, and the face looks good. So
Yep.
I'm down with it.
That's awesome, guys.
That's a good question.
Short answer.
We'll start with you on the next one. What is the one thing from the series that you wish they would expanded on? Something that hadn't been explored. What about you?
I don't know because I didn't watch the show.
More Adam screen
You
time?
didn't watch it when we were you never watched it?
You
No, I
watch
haven't seen
any
it.
of the.
I lived it. I would just say more of space, man. I mean, everybody loves space a lot, so I would just say work off more of space. The writing was great. It got a little darker, got a little more adulty. I mean, I think we should have had more episodes. As a matter of fact, I think we should have a Netflix special right now with space. Let's go. Put it out there, guys. That's the next move. So yeah, anything with space. I mean, I love Turbo. Don't get me wrong. Countdown to Destruction, Carlos and the Count. We did some amazing things, but space just took it to the next level. So I would want to see, instead of 55 episodes that we did, I think we did 50 something.
Well, wait.
I would have liked to go 100. You know what I mean? Or give us our Netflix special with space and let the legacy continue.
Raj.
It's so funny because our
Countdown-
season was
Countdown
considered
is
like the
our
90210 Power Rangers.
No, Countdown is space.
Because
it's
they
not Turbo.
did do character developing
Countdown
a lot
is the
more
last
in
one.
space.
And watch it.
I missed it.
I missed it too.
Yeah.
Chris, what would you have expanded on if you could have?
If I could do anything with it, I would try to come up with a series, and I'd probably name it something like Bloodline of the Grid.
You're gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that.
And then I would try to take all of the characters that are here, including somebody who's all the way on the way left over there. Don't worry. We have ideas for TJ that are very good ideas, really good ideas. But that's what I would do. I would make it into Bloodline of the Grid, because Bloodline of the Grid, I believe, is the natural progression of where the characters went. So that's it.
What about you, Tracy?
I really got a taste of the evil Ashley when I did Invasion of the Body Switcher.
You were so good in that. You really were. You were really good.
That
Oh, you didn't say that in the mic? What was that?
What was that? Yeah.
You were evil for a real good reason. It'll all come out.
Because you're a good actor. That's what you're saying.
Are you referring to the episode with Patty and I? Yeah.
I was talking about
That
you're a
was
horrible
therapy.
bitch.
That was therapy. Anyhow, going back to your. Yes, so I wish I could have did more of that. More. I wish that they really would have made it a lot more gritty. I know it's yeah. I think that what they did, it was good. We know now with space that when you actually care and you're trying to save your show, what they can do, because everything was just more of everything.
Yeah.
And it turned out amazing. I love the character development between Andros and Ashley. What they did do, what we didn't see, was there was a final kissing scene. Yeah.
There was a kissing scene. Yeah.
There was a
Still
final
haven't done a
kissing
kiss
Do it now.
in Power Rangers.
Do it now.
scene. What's that?
They still have not
All right,
had
come
a
here.
kiss in Power Rangers at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a kissing scene between between Andros and Ashley, and it's really funny because
Because you shoved your tongue down my throat?
I was just gonna ask that, but I go, she's a very I didn't want
the
to ask
problem
that.
the problem why they took it off
I was like, was their tongue?
it wasn't
I didn't wanna
because
ask that.
it wasn't because I shoved my tongue down her throat. It was because she was really trying to put her finger in my butt. That's the reason why they had to take it off.
Dear
Okay,
God.
There's a child out there.
Is there? I'm so
You're not
sorry.
gonna beat me, woman.
Okay. Next, Patrick.
Well, from what the fans have been telling me since I came on this scene, this Comic-Con scene, they want to have a Psycho Ranger spin-off series, which would have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because when they killed us off, we came back in Lost Galaxy.
I would watch
didn't
that.
even.
I would think that would be sick.
I'd watch it.
With all the Psycho Rangers?
Yeah,
I'd be down with that. You guys be down with that?
Psycho Ranger spin-off.
No,
Sick.
So-
I gave the Psycho Rangers a side eye.
But at least Boom Comics came back with us. They came back to life again.
They expanded your character specifically.
They did. So I'm waiting for that second comic book to come out. But yeah, so a spin-off of the Psychos.
You got a very scary name, Virgil.
Virgil is my new name. Yeah.
What do you, Justin?
I would say the more adult version, especially more gore and blood and ugliness, maybe a little bit of
So like Bloodline?
Sentai, right?
maybe PG-13 on the language. Doesn't quite have to go R-rated, but you know, just a little more adult-ish.
Like space horror?
Kind of like Bloodline of the Grid.
So Bloodline?
Sound like Bloodline of the Grid, like that kind of stuff.
You're like, what I'm doing right now?
Yeah, third episode.
I mean, turtle soup, right? We could have made turtle soup. That would have been fun.
TJ, I mean,
So-
Selwyn.
Things they hit most of them, but I think our crew really liked to fight as ourselves, so I think I would add a little bit more fighting, as us fighting as civilians, and not getting beat up so quick.
Yeah. Good question.
So, we are getting to the end of our panel, and we have a question is, what is your favorite memory during that time, during filming in space? And we'll include Lost Galaxy as well. You want to start with Selwyn?
So Lost Galaxy, of course, going back. That it was just awesome to have been off for a while, come back and help the little youngsters. So that was cool. And then I said, space. Favorite moment in space. Wow, that's I kind of touched on. Well, I won't go there. How about the first time that I saw Justin and Chris making out? I mean, I didn't know he got caught.
Which time?
You missed.
Which
No,
time?
that's not the right show. That's Porno Rangers. We're not talking about that. We're talking Power Rangers.
But which time was that? I mean, come on, man, come on.
Meg is hot.
I would say there was two scenes that I thought were really great. The one at the beach where I got struck by lightning in order to get my powers back, and the countdown to destruction, the final episode that we shot downtown on top of the mountain and got to high five everybody. Those are two really cool scenes from the show.
Cool. Patrick?
The very first episode we shot was why I got the chance to meet this boy and Patty. You were there, but you were gone. You did your scene, and that was it. So so before we did all the in-suit stuff, with the voiceover crap, whatever, we morphed into our human selves, and Silence is Golden, and we tracked those cycles, the Rangers down. So I got a chance to meet part of the cast. Yeah. But we shot our face on the first. Yeah, voice acted the first time, but the very first scene we ever did, every episode was our human selves. So that's got to top everything
I'm
else.
human.
Tracy?
In Turbo, favorite moment was actually when we went to SeaWorld in San Diego. It was our first meet and greet that we had ever done as a Turbo cast. I don't know if you guys remember that. They shut down SeaWorld for us, and
Yeah, we got mobbed.
yeah, that was
You couldn't even, yeah, it was crazy.
that
Although
was
we were
my
the wrong
first kind
Rangers.
of wow, this is crazy.
We were the wrong Rangers, though. They didn't even know who we were.
We had already been
Did they think you were
SeaWorld.
MMPR?
They didn't know who. Well, they didn't know who I was. They were looking for Jason
You're
Frank.
how can they? You're the first.
Well, no, at that point we weren't even out yet, though. We weren't officially out. They were looking for the other Rangers, but it was a ton of people. We were mobbed, but they didn't know who we were, our cast, because we had just taken over.
Well, that's why it was memorable.
That's the funny
I
part.
beg to differ.
They didn't know who we were. They knew our suits, but they're like, "Who are you guys?"
Maybe they didn't know who you were, but I beg to differ.
That's true.
Good answer, Tracy.
Wow. They saw your
For
own
In
fans.
Space,
Boss bitch.
you know, someone's got to.
She was on billboards prior
Someone's
to.
got to tame these clowns here.
In charge.
In Space, favorite.
You
Oh
and
my
Melody.
gosh.
Come on, the thing with you and Melody, man.
Yeah, that was
You
fun.
were so good.
Yeah. Okay. You took it. Yeah.
Honestly, you were so good at being Melody, it was ridiculous.
It's a lot of fun.
What about you, Chris? What's your favorite memory?
Honestly, best memory.
Your favorite memory?
He has no memory. Look.
No, best memory or best scene?
He can barely remember what happened 5 minutes
What is your
ago.
favorite memory from that time?
Favorite memory. Okay, yeah, favorite memory. Actually, it has to do with that asshole right there. When he first showed up, I hated him, and I didn't want to have anything to do with him. And
The
I
feeling
didn't
mutual?
I didn't want to. Oh no, I hated him, and I didn't want to have anything to do with him because the first thing that shot in my mind was, wait a minute, I'm the red guy. Aren't I supposed to be the leader? Oh my God! Now this asshole is going to come in and he's going to take my job and blah 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 blah.
That's how I felt about the Psycho Rangers.
I thought that way for one episode. It was the episode. It was the first episode that he was on. Shut up, woman. I thought it that way for the first episode that he was on, and then the second episode, before he came up on the second episode, I actually thought to myself, and I honestly, this is 100% real deal thing. I thought to myself, wait a minute, it's really kind of shit if I act like that to a person that I don't even know. So
Gotta give me a chance, right?
I did not give you no chance at all. So I decided, you know what? Hey, I'm going to give him a chance. And then the next time that they brought him in, I decided that, you know what? Hey, I'm going to be really cool with him, and I'm trying to be cool and friends with him and all that. And that's when I
And
realized.
then he tried to sleep with me, and I told him to get lost.
That's when I realized that I fell in love with him, and that he and I share the same brain, and we're both
They both speak sarcasm.
we both speak stupid, and we are both two of the dumbasses there are.
You're Dumb and
Period.
Dumber.
Roger, what was your favorite moment from the scene?
Yeah, thanks a lot. Count out the destruction for sure, by far. Very memorable. 2-part episode for sure. And then for me, working with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, whenever they would come on set, because for me that was life-changing, honestly. It really changed me.
That was life-changing.
I feel like it went from a boy to a man after meeting those kids, and they would come up here and, I got to meet them, and it seemed normal, and then all of a sudden they were gone, and I'm like, what's going on here? And they're like, well, pretty much they picked you guys as their final wish, and that changed my life forever. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Make-A-Wish Foundation for sure, working with the kids, empowered me big time.
Great answer. Everybody give them a round of applause. Before
Don't
we
forget,
go,
come to our tables. You got Hooker Me Ashley. You guys are interested?
before we go, we have been people signing up for our free giveaway for the Space Ranger 2-pack over here. Roger's gonna pick. We're done with the questions. Roger's gonna
That's it,
pick a
no
winner
more.
here.
Oh, it's a raffle?
It's a raffle. It's a free giveaway.
Oh, for that? For that, right there.
It's for Justin.
Yeah.
and Selwyn. Oh no, there's a name on the side.
It's a raffle for.
Okay, so here comes the winner. You guys got your ticket?
Winner, chicken.
Noah, you're the next contestant on the Power Rangers show. Come up here. Noah, I guess. Noah's the is there Noah?
If you're not here, just come claim it the boat.
How about
Don't read it.
Okay. So Noah.
If you're not
just
here, you
one.
lost
Is there a
it.
Noah
That's it.
in the room? Or am I picking someone else?
That's fine. Well, I'll call the
If
boat.
you're not
they're
here
trying
in
for
the
Noah.
room,
Noah,
you
you
lost
won.
it. Fuck it.
All right, thank you guys, and thank you everyone for coming into the panel. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you,
We
everybody.
appreciate, we love you guys. We love you very, very much for all the support all these years and for coming
Nobody
down.
move because we're gonna do a selfie. So don't move. You guys ready?
I love you, Chris.